So in this video, I'll show you the commercials that I actually created, and I'll give you the tools that I built along the way and show you what I learned in case you want to create anything like this yourself. I thought this video was going to be simple, but by looking for shortcuts, I ended up developing an entire filmmaking pipeline and wrote a book that is over 350 pages long. And I want to thank Sartek for inspiring this video. He had requested that the commercial be about Nike Air Jordans, but instead we made it about air slippers. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoy the video. Let's get into it. If you haven't been able to tell yet, many websites and programs have stopped being about tools, and instead they've essentially become AI agents. And the idea of an AI agent is pretty sweet. You would just describe the video idea, and then the agent would handle the rest. Obviously, that's what many content creators and brands are claiming to be possible, so personally, I wanted to try this out for myself. To test this AI agent, there's a local cafe that I like, so I figured I would go grab some reference images from their website and maybe surprise them with a fun video while testing out this agent. In my case, I was using the AI agent from Runway, so I typed in my idea and let it cook. Now, when I say that the agent wants to handle everything, I mean everything. Like, it even generated the audio track. On top of that, it even let me edit the video in the same tab, so I didn't even have to open up another program like CapCut or Premiere or anything else to edit the clips together. Yeah, I didn't like the shots that it used, and I didn't like the text that was constantly showing up in the videos, because whenever there was text, that was deeply unreliable. And I had given it reference images of what I wanted the overall cafe vibe to look like, but it felt like it was trying way too hard to make the video actually look like the reference images. But let's be real. An AI generated and put together all of those clips and even synced it up with music. I think that's pretty insane. It's not entirely usable, but I'm impressed by what it actually gave me. And since I had already been messing around with the AI agent, I took a bunch of those clips and edited them myself, and this is what I got. With the AI agent alone, I probably could not just generate a video and send it off to a client or to the coffee shop. But using the clips that it gave me, I was able to create that video, which wasn't bad. So I emailed that to the coffee shop and we'll see if they respond. Now, if I wanted to make this work, I definitely could. But at that point, a lot of my effort would go into tweaking what the AI agent is doing instead of just doing it myself and enjoying the creative process. So I wanted something that could give me a bit more control. If you have ever created or tried to create an AI video, then you know that you're managing a few different things at once. You have different assets like the character, the location, the storyboard, and the prompts for those assets, and the clips and the audio, and you need to compile all of this together. And so the idea of the workflow is that you have an open canvas where you can see all of these elements laid out visually. And a lot of people love this node-based style because it's visual and it's easy to manipulate. In this case, I wanted to create a professional cinematic Apple commercial. And with all of this control on this open canvas, I could just insert nodes and add some text, and then create images and connect them to videos, and have all of these elements connect to each other. And now I'm managing multiple assets at once, and everything is easily kept track of. But quickly I started to realize that this was just a different visual layout of what I was already doing. And on top of that, I couldn't figure out how to tag my reference images. You know, if I'm creating a video, I want to reference what the character needs to look like, and I wasn't able to figure out how to mention those references. And before I realized this, I went to animate my storyboard, and the result that I got was, that was horrible. To be fair, I forgot to change the duration of the video, so the clip that it generated was 5 seconds. So I went back and generated it at 15 seconds. Now, I would definitely need to make the story of that commercial better. Doesn't get more inspirational than that. You type some stuff, look at some words, close your computer. The workflow method took just as much time and my capabilities felt limited. I could get a better hang of this and make it work, and I know that many people love this node-based workflow, but I need to keep experimenting with it. And until I figure out how to add my own reference tags, then this is useless. After going from one extreme, where the AI agent is doing most of the work, and then to the other extreme where I'm multitasking with the workflow and I have much more control, I had one more idea to give me a bit more of a middle ground. It is crucial to have high quality prompts so that when you're creating your location sheet or your character or your storyboard, you have consistent, high quality results. This led to me watching tons of YouTube videos on this and downloading other people's prompts. And that's when I realized that I had tons of data that I could just give to an AI so that the AI knows exactly what I need and how to prompt for it. So I liked the idea of training the AI and giving the model YouTube transcripts, prompt examples, and then walking it through on how I wanted to handle any conversation with a user. So that seems pretty simple, right? I give it some documents and then tell it, hey, I gave you some information. Now, based off of that information, help me create the prompts and assets that I need. Well, while scouring the internet for the best templates and prompts, I ended up coming across a useful article that was on the Higgsfield AI website. So I went to the AI and I said, hey, here's the website I'm looking at. Please synthesize the key information from this webpage, and that way I can give it to my custom GPT. And it said, yeah, sure, Jack, I can synthesize the key information on this webpage, but you know what would be even better? If we wrote a book. So, yeah, as you can see, this book not only contains how to prompt, but how to be the best creative partner. Now, did AI write most of that book? Yes. But now I had this full-blown AI handbook on how to produce a video. So at this point I started thinking, well, why don't I just turn this into a robust tool? So I started to vibe code and create a prototype. And the idea of this program called ShotReady is that instead of wasting all of your credits and waiting for your generations to load, you could give it your idea, and then ShotReady would tell you what assets you need and what the overall pipeline is going to look like, and all of those prompts for those assets are right there and as good as they can be. I was really excited about this, thinking I could give it to you guys and put it in the description, only to realize that what I was building was no different from just talking to a chatbot. And this website was useless. So I have no idea what to do with it. I'll leave it in the description anyways if you want to see what it was and if you want to try it for fun. And if there is anything you think we could do with it, or if we could change it into something valuable, then let me know your thoughts and maybe we can do that. But honestly, I just do not see why you would want to use this. So I made some commercials using this system, but then I went back to just generating images with ChatGPT, and then I animate those images using a video model like Seedance. But by making this video and building out the website and writing a book, I learned way more about what it's like to be a creative partner, not just to generate better prompts. Because I would say that the biggest barrier I faced while making this video was maintaining the flavor and the direction while letting AI automate and do much of the heavy lifting. Because that is really hard to automate, and that direction is where you come in. Thank you guys for watching this video. Let me know what you want to see next, and have a wonderful rest of your day.